There you are. Oh, no, stop trying to attack me. This isn't a fight, hero. This is an intervention. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Look at you. You're exhausted. You're covered in bruises. You've been pushing yourself way harder than normal. The other villains and I were starting to get worried, and that's saying something. Yes, the other villains. It got brought up at our weekly lunch meeting yesterday. You're exhausted and injured all the time, and people are starting to notice. Don't try to deny it, hero. I can see your legs shaking. What's gotten into you lately? Come on, let's talk. Or just try to punch me, because that's totally cool of you. Honestly, I'm trying to help you. You're fine. Uh-huh, sure, hero. Stubborn as always, I can't say I'm surprised. Wow, that punch missed me by a mile. You really are sluggish today, huh, hero? Hero? Yeah, that's not good. Alright, let's go. Someone needs to look after you since you're clearly not doing it yourself. Wow, you're way lighter than I expected you to be. Don't tell me you've been skipping meals on top of everything else. And you're out. Well, I'll take you somewhere safe then, I guess. Oh, you're alive. Surprising if I'm being honest. Whoa! I forgot about the throwing knives you keep in your gloves. You're pretty alert for someone who passed out for 6 hours. Yeah, 6 hours. I wasn't kidding when I said it was surprising for you to be alive. Though looking at you, it seems to have done you some good. When was the last time you slept that long? Hero? Hero, answer me. How long has it been since you got a full night's sleep? I'm sorry. Could you repeat that? Because I could have sworn you just said 3 weeks, but that can't possibly be... Really? 3 full weeks. That's almost an entire month. What the hell, hero? No wonder you passed out after 2 punches. Just how much sleep have you been getting a night then? Hero. Hero, you're looking at me like a kid who just got caught in the cookie jar. How much sleep have you been getting? 3 hours? On average? Sorry, I didn't mean to raise my voice just now at you, but... Wow, you have to know that's unhealthy, right? So I guess that begs the question, what exactly have you been doing that's so important that you're neglecting your health? Classified, huh? Do you really think I care what the Heroes League wants kept secret? You may as well tell me, hero. It's not like you're going to be leaving anytime soon. Yes, I'm keeping you here until you fully recover. I can't have my favorite Nemesis passing out on me all the time. Call it kidnapping if you must, I don't care. You're staying here and taking a break for once. Think of it like a vacation. A forced vacation, but a vacation nonetheless. Yes, I'm a dastardly villain and all. Why are you looking at me like that? You look terrified. Hey, hero, calm down. I swear, it won't be that bad for you. You'll have free reign of your little guest house here. I'll just lock the doors so you can't... It's not me you're scared of. It's your boss? Well, you're just gonna have to tell your boss you've been captured. I'm sure he won't hold that against you. I mean, you can't help it if you've been overwhelmed by a great and powerful villainess such as myself. If anything, he'd be more upset with you for that. Well, surely he's not that unreasonable. He already has a lot on his plate. Hero, I am begging you. For once, just think about yourself. I swear to God. Short-staffed? What do you mean? A bunch of heroes just quit? Quit just like that. Why? Offered better pay by other agencies, huh? Okay, well, why don't you just take another contract like them then? You haven't gotten an offer. Okay, I find that hard to believe, but sure. I'm sorry, your boss has been asking you to work extra hours to make up for the lack of heroes? Like, you specifically? Why? Surely there has to be some other heroes who can handle some of it, right? Because you volunteered for extra work in the past. Of course you would willingly take on more work. Why am I not surprised? But why does that mean you need to do more work now? Because you offered to take on the work. And let me guess, it was too much to handle, but instead of going to your boss like a normal person, you decided to stick it out like the stubborn hero you are. You didn't want to bother your coworkers? You're killing me, hero. You're actually killing me. And yourself, by the looks of it. Get some rest. It's not going to kill you or any of your friends if you chill out for 5 minutes. What do you mean you can't? Your boss isn't that unreasonable that he expects you to be working all day, every day, right? You can take breaks. It's more complicated than that, really. Okay, hero, enlighten me then. Blackmail? What do you mean by blackmail? What could you, of all people, possibly have done that is blackmail-worthy? Did you forget to scan an item at the grocery store or something? Get a little too rough saving a kitten from a tree? Your sidekick? You mean that random kid that was following you around for a while? Yeah, I remember her. She threw gravel in my eyes like 4 separate times. She was super annoying. But stop dodging the question. What does that kid have to do with anything? I'm gonna stop you right there. Whatever happened, I don't think you got her killed. She signed up to join the Heroes League. If she did something stupid on a mission, that's her own damn fault. She died because she followed your direct orders? Well, that certainly complicates things. But it still wasn't your fault. I'm sure you made the best decision you could have at the time. And your boss is the only other person who knows what happened? Everyone else just thinks she got overwhelmed and quit? Okay, well, why can't you tell the rest of the league what actually happened? They would understand, right? I mean, your heroes and all isn't understanding and being nice, and that's all kind of your thing, right? You're convinced that they'll hate you for getting her killed when it could have been prevented. Wait, so you're saying that your boss is using your sidekick's death as a way to guilt trip you into doing more work? No, I'm okay. Not a problem a little diplomacy can't solve. Just, tell me his address and I'll have a little talk with him. I just want to talk. I don't need to calm down. I'm completely calm right now. Can't you tell? Just give me his address and I'll fix your problem for you. You don't know his address. Okay, I guess that makes sense. At least give me his name. I'm not gonna kill him, hero. I'm just going to persuade him to back off a little bit. Yes, with the gun. I don't know why you're defending this asshole, but fine. I'll just have to snoop around myself. Don't worry that pretty little head of yours. I already said I'm not going to kill him. Okay, I probably won't kill him. Just try to get some rest, hero. I have some calls to make. Nope, I'm not having any protests. You're going to take a nap for once, and I'm going to ask around to see if I can help you with your little problem, okay? Good. Enjoy your rest, hero. You clearly need it. Excellent news, hero. It looks like your boss has mysteriously resigned and taken an extended vacation to think about what he's done. I don't think you'll have to worry about him anymore. Anyway, Skullcrush sent you a present. I wasn't kidding when I said all the other villains were worried about you. Hero? Weird. They're usually in the living room. Hero, where are you? Oh, hey. You alright? You don't look too good. Why did I even bother to ask? Trying to get you to admit you're unwell is like talking to a wall. You're clearly not fine. Wait, are you sick? No, come here. Let me check your temperature. Hero, you're burning up. Why are you standing right now? Go to bed. Look at me. You're not fine. I thought you would have learned not to push yourself like this after last time. That's probably what got you sick in the first place. If you don't go to bed, I'm going to make you. You've gotten a lot better over the past few days, but I could probably still pick you up and throw you through a wall if I really wanted to. Actually, you know what? Enough arguing. We're not doing this again. Let me just... There. Now, let's get you to bed. Yes, I'm carrying you bridal style. Would you rather I just throw you over my shoulder again? That's what I thought. Why didn't you say anything? If you weren't feeling well, I could have picked up some cold medicine on the way here. If you say didn't want to bother me, I actually will throw you through a wall. Honestly, hero, that attitude is going to get you killed one of these days. You go so far out of your way to help others, but the second you need help, it's suddenly every man for himself. How is that fair? Really, how is it different when it's you asking for help as opposed to a random citizen or something? As a hero, you should be able to handle yourself. I see. And if another hero needed help, would you deny them? Of course you wouldn't. You're you. Then what makes you the exception? How are you any different? Ha! Don't have an answer for that one, huh? Yeah, I didn't think you would. Whatever. Here, let me lay you down and tuck you in. I know I don't have to. I'm doing it anyway. I want to make sure you can't get out of bed that easily. Embarrassing. Well, you should have thought about that before trying to tough out an illness. The whole reason you're here is so that you can get better. Did you really think I was going to let something like that slide? Grumble at me all you want. You're acting like a child. Though, I guess we can just blame that on the fact that you're sick. Your boss? Oh, yeah, that guy. Unfortunately for everyone, he is still alive. That comment about him taking a vacation wasn't a euphemism or anything. I just gently told him that it would be in his best interest to leave town for a while. When he gets out of the hospital. Don't look at me like that. I only said I wouldn't kill him. I never said I wouldn't hurt him. He'll be fine. I just broke his legs a little bit. Oh, don't look so appalled. If anything, I should have broken more of his bones. Did you really expect me not to do anything to that bastard after he'd use a 15-year-old's death to get you to overwork yourself to the point of collapsing? Why does the League even hire 15-year-olds anyway? I know it's not illegal, but it still feels wrong to put high schoolers on the battlefield like that. You got into the Heroes League at 14? They let you do that? Okay, that has to be illegal, right? What do you mean they technically didn't hire you until you were 15? That sounds shady as hell. You only did the hero training at 14? And then they hired you as soon as you turned 15. Yeah, because that's not suspicious at all. But I guess, given your skills, it's not surprising the League wanted you in their ranks as soon as possible. I'm sorry, that's standard practice? To bring kids in at 14 for training and then hire them at 15? They can do that? Like, that's legal? The hero training is more of an extracurricular run by the League, so it's kind of a gray area. The Heroes League is like working in a gray area for their recruits? No, I'm just surprised. The League always presents themselves as the arbiters of justice, the ultimate force of good, and all that other pathetic nonsense. It's weird that they're doing something even questionably legal. You'd think they would be operating strictly within the law. All for the greater good, huh? Do you really believe that? Of course you do. You've been in the League for, what, almost 10 years at this point? How old are you? Yeah, that's about what I figured. Whatever you say, hero. Anyway, let me go make you some soup or something. I don't care if you're not hungry. When was the last time you ate? You're giving me the cookie jar look, hero. Yeah, I'm gonna go make you some food. Hey. Stop trying to get out of bed. What are you doing? No, you're not going to do it yourself. You're staying right there and resting. For once. No. Lay back down before I cover you in bricks like that time I threw a building at you, okay? Okay, good. Alright, I have your soup. Sorry it took so long. Yep, here you go. Don't thank me. It sounds weird coming from you. Oh, yeah, I also grabbed Skullcrush's care package. I set it down in the entryway when I was looking for you earlier. So what did they get you? More throwing knives, huh? Guess that makes sense. I did mention how you lodged one in the wall and I broke it. Oh, and some chocolate. How nice. Yeah, despite the name, the dude's actually really thoughtful. Always a treat at the Christmas party. I'll tell him you like it. Now eat your soup. You're eating pretty quickly for someone who isn't hungry. No, I didn't mean it in a negative way. As annoying as it is that you deny your own needs, I can't help but find it kind of endearing. In a sad puppy kind of way. Don't hit me with your spoon for that. It's true. Well, if it bothers you so much, maybe you should actually take care of yourself properly so I won't want to do it for you. Honestly, it's a miracle you've lasted this long. If someone asked you to die for them, you'd do it, wouldn't you? The fact that you hesitated before saying no is just further proving my point. You can't put other people above yourself every single time. It's not healthy. Why do you act like inconveniencing others is an unforgivable crime? It's not. Let me ask you this, Hero. It's your job to help people, right? That's your whole thing? Right. And are you bothered when people ask you for help? Do you get upset because someone needs your assistance? Of course not. People aren't going to be upset at you for asking for help when you need it. And people who do get upset weren't going to help you in the first place. Whoa, I did not expect to hear something like that from you. What do you mean you don't deserve the help? You alright? Do you need to talk about it? Just the fever talking, huh? Sure, Hero. Alright, I'll let you take a nap, but we're talking about that little comment when you wake up, okay? Good. Enjoy your nap. I hope you feel better when you wake up. Physically and otherwise. Look, if it's not a problem, I can punch, shoot, or stab. I don't know how to deal with it. You are the only person in our group with any kind of emotional intelligence. That's why I called you. Who else would I go to about this, Skull Crush? Rocket? Yeah, Rocket would probably take one look at them and go blow up the League building. Again. Granted, he'd take any excuse to go blow something up. I don't know why you can't come by and help me with this. You're way better at it than I am. Yeah, that's fair. They probably wouldn't be willing to talk to you. Especially after the incident at the bakery a couple months back. But can you at least give me some advice on how to deal with this? Oh, wait, I think Hero's waking up. I'm gonna have to call you back. Right. Thanks, Vix. Good morning, Hero. Whoa. You're alright. Hey, everything is okay. Just breathe. There you go. You're okay. Jeez, do you always wake up that aggressively? At least you didn't throw a knife at me this time. Nightmare, huh? Makes sense. You did seem kind of restless. I suppose the fever probably didn't help either. Speaking of which... You're still warm, but the fever seems to have gone down some. No, I wasn't watching you sleep. I was just coming to check on you. You were out for a while. You sure do sleep a lot when you're not forcing yourself to work constantly. So, do you want to talk about the nightmare? It seemed pretty intense, and you look a bit shaken up. Are you sure? I mean, I won't pry if you really don't want to talk. But if this is just another, I don't want to bother you situation, then we might as well skip the whole argument and get to talking. So it was about your sidekick. I see. I guess that's not surprising. You're so convinced that what happened was your fault and not the fact that a 15-year-old was put into a combat situation. No. Like it or not, Hero, her death was the League's fault, not yours. I know she was following your orders, but who put her under your command in the first place? Exactly, the League. They're the ones who decided a 15-year-old was okay to go out on patrol and potentially fight supervillains. That wasn't your decision. You did the best you could have. What? No, I'm not trying to turn you against the Heroes League. Okay, well, maybe I am trying to turn you against the Heroes League. Can you blame me, though? Look at how they've treated you. I know your boss was the main issue, but the fact that no one else in the League even noticed or cared about the extreme hours you were putting in seems ridiculous. Surely someone is looking over those records. What do you mean you weren't on the clock for those extra hours? You were running yourself into the ground and you weren't even getting paid? You got paid under the table. God, just how much shady stuff is going on over there. Actually, don't answer that. I'm just gonna get even more angry at them. Anyway, back to the nightmare. Was it, the incident? Yeah, I figured. That had to be traumatic as hell. If you're comfortable, can I ask what happened exactly? You told your sidekick to stay put while you went to investigate a potential explosive, and she got ambushed and killed while your back was turned? Sounds like you got set up to me. How was that your fault? Okay, slow down a bit. Hero, I know you have this whole guilt complex about the entire thing, but I'm genuinely failing to see how any of it was your fault. Like, even a little bit. Alright, I'll bite. What could you have done differently in that situation? You could have brought her with you. Yeah, you could have, but at that point you would have been putting her in danger in a different way. You were protecting her from something you knew was a potential threat. It's not your fault that you didn't know about the ambush. Could have gotten there faster? Maybe, but would that have changed the outcome? She was outnumbered and inexperienced. You would have essentially been fighting them on your own. Maybe you could have just ignored the explosive threat? Okay, that one is just stupid. You know villains like Rocket operate in that area. Even if it was a dud, it's still the right decision to go and investigate. Hero, look at me. You had no way of knowing there was an ambush. From what you've told me, I don't think you could have made a better decision with the information you had. You can't spend the rest of your life feeling guilty over something you had almost no control over. You are so incredibly stubborn sometimes, Hero. Whatever, I'll drop the issue for now. There's something else I've been meaning to ask. You mentioned an ambush, but do you know who ambushed her? You didn't recognize the uniforms. What do you mean? All you saw were black uniforms with a dragon wing pattern on the back while they were retreating? That sounds like... Wait, no, you patrol the northern part of the city, right? Why would he be over there? Who am I talking about? Well, it sounds like the Wyvern's motif, but I don't know why his people would be there. He operates out of the eastern side of the city almost exclusively. It's kind of an unspoken rule amongst us villains that you stay in your lane. Friends? With that pretentious asshole? Absolutely not. Just because we're both villains doesn't mean we get along. Especially now that I know his henchman killed your sidekick. Yikes. Yeah, I'm upset about it. She was just some kid. I don't know why he'd target her. No, that's not how he usually works. At least as far as I know, I don't exactly talk to him. You know what? Let me ask around. I don't exactly appreciate him poking around my part of the city. And I'm sure you want your revenge. Don't try to deny it. I saw that spark in your eye when I gave you a lead on who killed your sidekick. You want him dead, don't you? Dead, in prison. What's the difference, really? You're right. Getting revenge isn't the right thing to do. But is it what you want to do? Come on, Hero. You've been in the Heroes League playing the good guys since you were 14. And in return, they tried to run you into the ground with no appreciation. Aren't you fed up? Don't you want to watch the world burn just a little bit? What I'm saying is that I want to make you an offer. You said the reason your boss wanted you to put in extra work was because a bunch of heroes left to pursue better contracts at other agencies, right? Well, what if I offered you a better contract? Oh, don't look at me like that. Surely working for me wouldn't be as bad as crawling back to the Heroes League. What? No, this wasn't all just a big ploy to try to get you to join my side. At least, not initially. I fully intended for you to just get some rest and then go back to the Heroes League so we could keep fighting. But now, after everything you've told me, I'm actually kind of concerned about you going back. Look, I'm not going to force you to join me. Once you've fully recovered, you can go back to the League if that's what you really want. We can go back to fighting and pretend this little vacation never happened. But if you do join me, we can hunt down the guy who killed your sidekick. Hell, we might even be able to take down the whole League if you wanted. I'm sure you have some bad blood with the League. Frankly, with what you've told me, I'd love to take them down and end all their shady practices. Like, I know I'm evil, but at least I'm transparent about it. And, I don't hire literal children. So, what do you say, Hero? Want to cause a little mayhem? Excellent.